Welcome to Anti-Chats and Tarot. Welcome in, Scorpios. Let's get to your message here. Please like this video, hype this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to all of you for your support on this channel. And remember, not everything's going to resonate here. Just take what does and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. Tick-tock. I hear tick-tock, tick-tock. Scorpios, what is your message today? Remembering, of course, that you have complete control over what you let in and what you do not in life. Here we go. The Fool, you're taking a leap. Something about tick-tock, tick-tock. Taking a leap. The Emperor in the reverse. Intended, I'm hearing, to be in the upright. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out. The Hangman. Do you have a beat on somebody that's incorrect? Because with the Hangman, you've thought about this a million different ways. You think that they're not an emperor, but I feel like there was a message to turn the emperor right side up here. Do you have somebody incorrectly defined in your mind? The Four of Wands. You don't see a future with them. So I think you're leaping in another direction. Okay. The Moon. Yeah, there's something you don't see here. They are an emperor. What? The name Garrett may be important here. Okay. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. But you think that they're not to be trusted. That they're in lack. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. You don't see a future here. Ten of Wands. You think they are interested in you because they have burdens and you'll help them with their burdens. Okay, here we go. Who is this person? Who is this person? We need specifics, please. Okay, King of Pentacles comes out again in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. Nine of Cups. They used to be someone you couldn't rely on. They used to be someone who, or you perceive them as this, someone you can't rely on, someone that uses their position of authority for harm, or someone who isn't successful. But then we get wishes granted here. Or they used to be someone you couldn't rely on. They used to be not in their leadership, taking advantages of roles that they had before. But why would they? Yeah, I can see why you're concerned about this, because why would someone change so drastically? Okay, here's what's sideways. The King of Wands. So very dynamic, someone you want to be around, magical even, they just take your breath. Versus someone who's like spoiled and has to have their way and temperamental if they don't get it. What aren't you seeing here? Two of Wands. What you're not seeing is it possible that what they used to be has changed so drastically? I mean, they've really put in the work. They've really challenged themselves. It's like a swap, like two different people. Six of Swords. Now a very generous person. You're still seeing this dark cloud that they used to be to you, or that you feel that they are, some sort of anchor. King of Wands. They've changed a lot. They are this dynamic individual. They've found their own. They've really stepped it up. They've embraced who they are here. Before they were a jerk or a King of Swords. Spirit's asking you to put this together. Use your good intellect here. Put this together. And you're saying, I have. I have put this together. I don't want anything to do with this person. They've shown me who they are. Something about a video. 7 of Cups. I've pegged them. I know who they are. They've shown me their many sides. Knight of Wands. They've shown me they're bold. They've shown me also their... I hear they're coming after you in a bold way. But you're saying, I've seen them be a problem for me already. Or I know this type that will not be someone I can rely on. Wow. I'm as confused as you. Knight of Pentacles. They are a different knight. Someone steadfast, someone you can rely on. Before, they didn't invest in you, or this type doesn't invest in you. You know this type. You keep saying, I know this type. I'm not interested. I'm closing off emotionally to this type. Ask your spirit team what's really going on here. Because you have a tight bond with that spirit team, and they can directly communicate and teach you about this situation, I hear. And you'll pick up on it quickly because you have really good intuition. Whoa, and that's what you're saying. I have really good intuition, yeah. And I don't want anything to do with this. And Spirit's saying, yeah, let's turn another page here and listen to what I have to say. Let's collaborate again on this that didn't work out, something that didn't work out family-wise, or you don't think it's going to work out family-wise. Your social hasn't worked out. Social life hasn't worked out with your family life before. This you feel is more of the same. Yeah, you feel like they're going to come at you in a very sensual way, and you feel like that's led in the past to not pay off in the bigger picture. Or you've been left being misunderstood in that way, and you've tried to find the balance. Oh, have you ever spent a lot of time on balancing out your life and doing the work and doing the shadow work and getting your life going again and being on your own and being abundant and doing it all from a chaotic spot with chaotic people? And so that's why you're very, nope, not going here again. You have closed that out, started fresh. But the truth is, you're holding back from this person, and they're going to be very generous here. Yeah. But you are rejecting them. Huh. But I see a lot of past influence on this. Yeah. Wow. Ooh. Let's have some more specifics here. Tick-tock, I hear again. Spirit, why do you want our Scorpios to reconsider this person? Why? Temperance. They'll help you with this balance you seek. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. Balance to some sort of lies. The Moon in the reverse. You will see the balance comes from The lies, the untruths. Why would you feel so strongly, intuitively, when you're so good intuitively? Knight of Swords. Did you make a quick decision on them? Do you really not know them that well? I mean, can you honestly say, I really don't know them? But yeah, instinctively, I'm like, nah. In which case, you know, is it the residual emotions and effects of people like this where you quickly made a decision? I'm not interested. Ace of Wands in the reverse. I will reject this type and all like them. Knight of Pentacles, because I'm going after what I can rely on. Why would you feel so strongly with good instincts to stay away from this person? Why? Let's ask again. The Empress. Because you had to do it on your own and you've become very abundant. And this is the second time you've gotten the Empress. You've created your own world, your own full cup, your home, maybe your own family. You've worked very hard and you're not going to jeopardize this anymore. Maybe you've done that in the past. In fact, I feel like some of you are saying, I do this all the time. You know, I go in a direction where I'm very open and helpful to another, and I'm not going to jeopardize everything I've worked so hard for anymore. Being drawn to something on the chest. Indigo. Indigo, right here. Indigo. Oh, throat chakra. Speaking this out, speaking out this truth. I'm no longer going to gamble what I've worked so hard for. My double happiness. I no longer gamble that. Eight of Cups out here now. I've worked so hard for my life to be exactly the way I want it. And I'm not going to gamble it for a relationship. I feel like we're getting somewhere, but also, yeah, this is kind of a tough spot for you, huh? Page of Swords in the reverse. People talking here, but I don't think you even care. What's the advice? I think it's to entertain this person, but I feel like it goes against everything. Three of Swords in the reverse. I have recovered. This goes against all of my recovery work. I hear it. I hear it from you. I hear it. The World. I've closed this out. I've started fresh. You're really worried about your family, and you're really focused in on your family. Okay, the Sun in the reverse says, but is there this area is a feeling of it doesn't grow or it is unhappy for you? Let's get to it, Spirit. What's the main message here in this read? The King of Wands in the reverse. Here we go again with this King of Wands in the reverse. Energy. Nine of Cups. Here we go again. Repeating messages. You think they're one way, but they're actually what you've manifested in. Their wishes granted here. Page of Pentacles. They're an offer. Their abundance you don't see. Their happiness you don't see. They'll allow you to let your hair down and just be relaxed and you and in your full power. And what about the doubting? Because I'm right there with you doubting this. Let's see. What about the doubting? Nine of Pentacles. Let me see what we're saying here. It looks like it's what you've manifested in, but you don't realize this is what you've manifested. And also a very hard message to even hear. You're like, this one is not for me. Tired of being on your own. I mean, I think you really enjoy your life. It's the way you want it to be, but there's this piece of the pie, and it's romance that honestly you feel is unhappy. It's not meeting your standards. It's not what you've hoped for. Not wanting to be on your own. Feeling like no one that you really have wanted to bring in is here. We've discussed that. But this says otherwise. Try not to control this. Interesting. Try not to let it, try not to control this, or just go with the flow. Here. Abundance is here. Knight of Cups. Let this person come towards you and be definitive about their intentions. And I feel like then you see something that's just a glimmer of, maybe I give this a chance to go with the flow. Is that it? Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. But I am getting that this person is not the monster you're making out to be. Like, they have a look or characteristics that you're imprinting the past on. But also I feel like they kind of have been that way, or there's something you're picking up on that you're not wrong about. But then the cards also say they have done a major change. Page of Wands. I feel like you could get interested in this person. Three of Wands in the reverse. When you think otherwise, when you think this is not a part of the plan that you've worked so hard to create, the plan you've come to know and love because you've created it with a lot of passion and dedication, they do not fit. But Spirit's saying, perhaps they do, okay? And I'm even doubtful as I say this, but the cards say, this is actually a different person or different from what you're perceiving and could be exactly right for you. Death in the reverse, Two of Cups in the reverse. And maybe, in fact, give this a chance, but don't control it. Don't do anything. Just allow it to come in, And they need to step up their game, I feel like, and really assert themselves here if they're coming at you in a romantic way. Because the worry about this or the thinking definitively that it's not for you slows up the energy here for what's meant for you to come in. And I feel like the cards lean towards this could be exactly what's meant for you and exactly what you've wanted. You are reading it a little bit wrong here. Sort of wrong. In the long haul, in the bigger picture, in the long term. But right now, there's some similarities that, you've got good intuition on that aren't wrong. But I feel like long term, you'll see you don't have all the points correct, okay? Two of Swords in the reverse. So instead of blocking this immediately, it's more of because you're so sure they're not an emperor. Remember, that's how we started. You're going to see some clarity here that talks about this person relieving some of your burdens, some of your concerns, your life burdens, and some of your concerns regarding them. Yeah, coming out more enlightened here, where there's a sense of maybe you've got it all figured out, but I feel like there's still some areas you don't have quite figured out. What you're thinking is going to be a problem could be your Ten of Cups. What you're thinking is not even close to what you are interested in could be your Ten of Cups. And if you know the Ten of Cups card, it's your happily ever after. Okay, well, marinate with that information, dear Scorpios. And here we go. Oh my gosh. The heart with the nurse cap. Love coming in that is helpful and nurturing and supportive of you. And that, I think you would say, is what you've been looking for. That is what you want to be manifesting. The cards are just saying, this person you think you have figured out, because they're so similar to what you have sworn off, might actually be some areas that you don't have quite so right, but then areas that you do. But let it unfold. Don't block it. Let it in, and just pay attention, because I think it's going to be different in the long term than what you have already got in your mind. That's your message, Scorpio. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Good luck with this. You won't need it. You've got good intuition, but remember, some of your intuition is being imprinted by the past, okay? So just let this breathe, I hear. Let this breathe. Give it the time, any time it needs, you know? Don't go after this. Let it come for you. But stay open to the possibility it might be exactly what you've wanted to come towards you. Please do like this video, hype this video, subscribe to the channel. Please do comment below if that's your message, Scorpio. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.